Thank you both very much. And while it seems implausible to top that moment, and so are there many moments of meaning we've had, we are truly blessed tonight for our keynote address to have in our presence Michal Cotler Wunch, Israel's special envoy for combating anti-Semitism and a former member of Knesset. I know Michal's parents, both of them, quite well, and I can tell you that she follows in both of her parents' footsteps, and particularly now the work that she is doing is courageous, heroic, and important more than any other time in the past. So please welcome to the stage Michal Cotler Wunch.
Shavua Tov, everybody. I want to start by thanking Eli Rubenstein and the March of the Living for giving me the great honor of being here with you, of meeting these incredible individuals, survivors, and more than anything, role models, Saul and Nate, Ava, and Esther, and everybody else that's here, who've shared, and I said this to the groups that I spoke with yesterday, they've shared more than their story. The late Rabbi Sachs differentiated between history, his story, Saul, his story, Nate, and memory, and what they share with us, not just in the stories that they tell, but in what they give us, is memory. And that memory, the word zachor, for us, the Jewish people, an indigenous people that has been around for thousands of years, it's that memory that we pass down from generation to generation. We just read the Haggadah. For thousands of years, Jews around the world, including right here in the Warsaw ghetto, read the same text, prayed and yearned and longed to return to Zion. Next year in Jerusalem. And that was the hope. And the memory, that was what enabled the hope. And I have to share with you, and I hope, Saul, that this is okay. I asked Saul yesterday as we were walking in Tikuchin, what memory do you have? What memory can I take with me and carry on and give my kids from generation to generation? And he basically shared with me the theme of this evening. He said, memory? The memory of my mother is love. That's the memory that I carry with me. The memory of love. And I want to share with you, we have had very emotional interactions and conversations. And we've had very meaningful engagements and discussions. And we will have many, many more. But what we saw in each of the survivors here, and in each of the high school kids and university students and adults that are here, is the commitment to find the way to carry forward the memories that we've been given with that love and that hope. And we saw incredible righteous among the nations, that what they share with our survivors, with our memory, is the understanding that alongside all of that, alongside the love and the memories, we need courage. Right, Nate? We need courage. We need courage to speak up. We need courage to stand up to evil. We need the courage that it took to risk the lives of your own family, of your own loved ones, in order to do what is right. And I want to say, from my perspective, as Israel's special envoy for combating anti-Semitism at a very trying time, again, not just for the state of Israel, the Jew among the nations, and not just for Jews around the world who, in the wake of the worst attack on Jews since the Holocaust, are attacked. In fact, we are at an existential moment for humanity itself. It's an existential moment in which we hold on to the past, knowing that never again the prospect of commitment, as my father taught me, the prospect of commitment, never again in the future, requires that we carry the memory of the past in order to identify the threat of the present and have the courage to stand up to it so that we can prevent the repeat of atrocities in the future. That's the moment that we live in. But we meet at a moment of 2024 not being 1944. I am Israel's special envoy for combating anti-Semitism. The state of Israel does not exist because of the atrocities of the Holocaust. It's precisely the opposite, again, as my father taught me. The atrocities of the Holocaust could not have occurred had the state of Israel existed. I want all the students in this room to ponder on that sentence, to think about it, to ask me if you have any questions, and I'll repeat it. The state of Israel, the nation state of the Jewish people, a prototypical indigenous people who returned to our ancestral homeland after thousands of years of exile and persecution, the last of which were the atrocities of the Holocaust. That is the state of Israel. It does not exist because the Holocaust occurred. It's not a reparation prize for us, the Jewish people, that have carried hope with memory. And if anybody challenges that, then you have with you memory. Take it. Take it with you from everybody that is here and has passed on not just a story, but memory. And remember, quoting the late Rabbi Sachs, that differently than optimism, hope is the belief that together we can make it okay, whereas optimism is the belief that everything will be okay. No, hope is the belief is that together, with the righteous among the nations, creating the allyships that we need, because the subject of hate, does not matter what kind of hate, can never fight off hate alone. We need allies, and we have allies, and we reach across difference in order to be able to make those allies a part of this struggle, including now and always, in the understanding that hope indeed is the belief that together we can make it okay. And in that sense, whereas optimism is a very passive virtue, hope is a very active one. And it takes not very much courage to be an optimist, but a great deal of courage, like we saw tonight with each of the people represented here and those who saved the people who are seated here. A great deal of courage to have hope. And I remind us that the national anthem of the State of Israel and of our people is Hatikva. It is the hope, and is that hope that carries us forward with memory and with love. So thank you, and thank you for being here tonight, and thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Michal.